Lion missed his dachshund friends so much he stopped eating. Then something amazing happened. Have you ever seen a friendship so surprising it makes you stop and think? Like, how is this even real? Well, let me tell you about a lion and a tiny dachshund who became best friends. Yeah, you heard that right. A lion and a little dog. Their story isn't just heartwarming. It's the kind of thing that makes you look at animals, and maybe even life, a little differently. So, here's how it all started. A lion cub named Bone Digger was born with a rare bone disease. This condition made his legs weak, so he couldn't run or hunt like a normal lion. Can you imagine that? A lion, the king of the jungle, unable to do the very things that make him a lion. Bone Digger's future looked pretty bleak. Without the ability to survive in the wild, he was moved to an enclosure where he'd be safe. But he wasn't happy. He kept to himself, barely moving around, almost like he knew his life was going to be different. It's heartbreaking to picture it, isn't it? A baby animal, alone and scared, with no one to comfort him. Then, something totally unexpected happened. Enter Milo. Milo was this tiny, fearless dachshund who somehow found his way into Bone Digger's enclosure. Now, if you saw this, what would you think? A little dog in a lion's space. You'd probably expect the worst, right? But here's the crazy thing. Milo didn't see Bone Digger as a threat. It's almost like he saw through the lion's tough exterior and straight into his heart. Milo would visit him every day, nudging him to play, wagging his tail, just refusing to give up. At first, Bone Digger didn't know what to do. Can you blame him? He'd spent his whole life being alone, feeling weak and unsure, but Milo wasn't about to take no for an answer. Slowly, Bone Digger started to open up. Before long, he'd greet Milo with these excited little growls, and they'd play together. That's how their friendship started. A big lion and a tiny dog, breaking all the rules of what we think animals should do. As Bone Digger grew older, their bond only got stronger. Imagine this, a massive lion, now fully grown, walking around with a little dachshund, trotting beside him like they've been best friends forever. Milo wasn't just his buddy, he was like a caregiver too. After Bone Digger ate, Milo would help clean his teeth by licking away the leftover food. It's such a wild image, isn't it? A lion letting a dog stick his nose near his mouth. But that's just how much trust they had. And Bone Digger, for his part, was so gentle with Milo. Despite their size difference, he never hurt his little friend. They'd nap together, play together, and just hang out like they were two peas in a pod. Everyone who saw them was amazed. It made people think, if these two animals, so different in every way, could form a bond like this, maybe there's hope for the rest of us to get along better too. But of course, not everyone was comfortable with their friendship. As Bone Digger grew into a 500-pound lion, some people started to worry. What if he accidentally hurt Milo? What if his instincts kicked in and something went wrong? So, the decision was made to separate them. Milo was taken away and Bone Digger was left alone again. The change hit Bone Digger hard. He stopped playing, stopped eating much, and spent most of his time lying in the corner of his enclosure. It was like the light had gone out of him. And isn't that something we can all relate to? Losing someone who means the world to you can leave you feeling empty, like nothing makes sense anymore. Months went by, and Bone Digger didn't bounce back. It was clear he wasn't just sad, he was grieving. The caretakers could see it, and eventually they made a bold choice. They decided to bring Milo back. When Milo stepped into the enclosure, Bone Digger's reaction was instant. He jumped to his feet, his eyes lit up, and he went straight to his old friend. It was like no time had passed at all. They started playing and nuzzling each other, picking up right where they left off. Watching them together again was a reminder of how deep their bond really was. So, what does this story say to you? For me, it's proof that connection isn't about size, species, or anything like that. It's about understanding and trust. If a lion and a dachshund can form a friendship like this, maybe we should all think twice about the walls we put up between ourselves and others. If you found this story as touching as I did, let's share it with more people. Hit that like button, leave a comment about what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.